To understand what I'm about to tell you, you need to do something first. You need to believe in the impossible. Can you do that? Good. The Dragon Ball Super anime has been on hiatus for half a decade now, and some fans have given up hope that it will ever return. Crazy but true, the Dragon Ball Super anime has been on hiatus longer than the Demon Slayer anime has been a thing. Studio Ufotable put out 3 whole seasons while Dragon Ball Super has been on hiatus. Dragon Ball fans sees these other anime getting new seasons while Dragon Ball isn't. It seems impossible at this point, but like I said, you need to believe in the impossible. I'm sure everyone can agree that Dragon Ball is still the most popular anime in the world. Despite series like One Piece and Demon Slayer seeing a huge spike in popularity, the huge Dragon Ball fandom is still very much there. Toei Animation knows how huge the Dragon Ball fandom is. This is why the Dragon Ball Super anime will return soon. I'm not gonna tell you guys I have sources or anything that have confirmed the anime will return. I do have this theory, if you will, on why I say it will return. In the process of this theory, I will also try to piece together why the Dragon Ball Super anime has been on hiatus for so long. So ever since the Dragon Ball Super anime went on hiatus, there has been 3 arcs that went on in the manga. The Galactic Patrol Prisoner Saga, also known as the Moro Saga, the Granola Survivor Saga, and the recent Superhero Saga. A common reason for an anime to take a break is for the manga to get ahead and produce more chapters. In case you did not know, when the Dragon Ball Super anime was airing, it was ahead of the manga. This was such a wild time because the manga is usually ahead of a series. The anime gets the content from the manga to anime, so it was like the manga was getting the content from the anime. I will say this was a cool thing because fans did not have to worry about being spoiled. The Attack on Titan fandom knows this all too well. But yeah, maybe the higher ups in the Dragon Ball room wanted fans to get into the manga, so they could have decided for the manga to get ahead of the anime. This could definitely be the case because when an anime season ends, the manga of that series sees a huge increase in sales. The only problem with this is that the Dragon Ball Super manga is a monthly series, which means that one chapter releases a month. The new gen series like Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, and My Hero Academia are all weekly series. A new chapter releases every week for those series. Well, not Demon Slayer anymore since it ended, but it applies to the others mentioned. If we take a look at the sales of Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, and compare them to Dragon Ball Super, there is an obvious difference. It's not like Dragon Ball doesn't have the huge fandom like My Hero and Jujutsu Kaisen. It's just hard to build hype for a series when it isn't weekly. A perfect example of this is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6 Stone Ocean. JoJo fans were upset with this new season because the episodes were being released in bulk, meaning that multiple episodes released on the same day instead of episodes airing weekly. As a result of this, there was literally no hype centered around JoJo Part 6 Stone Ocean. If the Dragon Ball Super manga was weekly with a new chapter releasing every week, there would be so much more hype centered around it. Honestly, I'm not sure why it can't be a weekly series because Toyotaro is in his prime and he's the one doing the art for the manga. Granted, Toriyama is still doing the story. He might not want to have any part in a weekly series anymore because, as you might know, the work schedule is very grueling. Both Toyotaro and Toriyama have been cooking those since the anime went on hiatus. As mentioned earlier, 3 new arcs are in the manga, the Moro, Granola, and Superhero Saga. But just how many chapters is that to animate? There is a total of 53 new chapters that need to be animated. Each chapter of the manga is over 40 pages long. With the One Piece anime, Toei Animation usually animates 1 chapter from the manga per episode. A manga chapter of One Piece is usually around 15 to 17 pages in length. So let's say Toei Animation does what they do at One Piece with the Dragon Ball Super anime when it returns. Since the Dragon Ball Super manga chapters are 40 plus pages in length, that's like 2.5 chapters of the One Piece manga. There are 53 new chapters of the Dragon Ball Super manga. 53 times 2 equals 106. If Toei Animation does what they do at One Piece, animated 1 chapter an episode, there could be 106 new episodes of Dragon Ball Super. How would you guys feel about this though? Toei Animation pacing Dragon Ball Super like One Piece. I mean, the content is definitely there to be animated. This is why I believe the anime is returning soon. Another thing, the One Piece anime is currently in the climax of its latest arc, the Wano arc. This is the biggest arc in the history of One Piece so far. Toei Animation has all of their top animators working on this arc, especially the next few episodes in particular. I'm sure you guys have either seen or heard about Luffy's new form, so I don't have to put a spoiler warning, but yeah, by the time of the recording of this video, Luffy's Gear 5 episode is like an episode away. Gear 5 is being labeled as the biggest form since Super Saiyan Goku on planet Namek. I think it has to get past Ultra Instinct Goku, but regardless, Toei Animation sees the hype and there is no doubt they are going all out with this episode. There is no way Dragon Ball Super could have been airing weekly episodes while this Gear 5 Luffy episode was in production. Toei wants all eyes on One Piece right now. I'm a Dragon Ball fan, but I understand where they're coming from. I wouldn't want Dragon Ball to be overshadowed by One Piece. An example of this is MAPPA Studios. Their brand new series Hell's Paradise premiered this year and it did pretty well. However, it's going to be overshadowed by their other hit series Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. If MAPPA went all in with Hell's Paradise, it could have been more popular. Apparently MAPPA was saving all their top animators to work on Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, but that's just what I heard, don't quote me on that. Back to the topic at hand, Dragon Ball Super. After Luffy's Gear 5 transformation, there's gonna be a few more episodes of the climax of the Wano arc. When the Wano arc does end, this is when I see the Dragon Ball Super anime returning because all the top animators at Toei will be free to work on Dragon Ball Super. The One Piece manga is still going on with another arc, but it's not on the scale of the Wano arc. I don't think Toei Animation is going to go all out for the next arc of One Piece like they did for the Wano arc. Remember what Akio Iyoku said, there's also a chance that something other than the movie will be coming this year too. He did say this last year, and maybe Dragon Ball Super was supposed to come back last year, but Toei Animation decided to go all in for One Piece instead. Akio Iyoku is one of the higher ups in the Dragon Ball room and knows what goes on behind the scenes. Some fans believed he was referring to the manga with this statement, but that could have not been the case since the manga was currently airing when he released this statement. He had to be referring to the Dragon Ball Super anime. When the anime does return, which direction will it take? When Dragon Ball Super premiered, 2 movies were adapted into the anime, the Battle of Gods and Resurrection F movies. There has been 2 new movies since the hiatus, Dragon Ball Super Broly and Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Maybe Toei was waiting for 2 movies to release so they can adapt them into the anime. There was a lot of mixed opinions surrounding this because the Battle of Gods and Resurrection F movies were still very new and fresh, so to see them again in anime form didn't make the most sense. There was some new scenes added to the anime, but overall it was pretty much the same thing. After the release of the DBS Broly movie, there was this leak that the anime would be returning. This was back in 2019 and Geekdom 101 and a lot of other creators was so sure that it would be returning. I'm not going to knock these guys because the initial plan could have been for the DBS anime to return in 2019. Things happen, you know. Toei could have very well changed their plans to bring the anime back at a later date. 2 things. Toei either wanted another movie for Dragon Ball Super to release so they can follow the same formula they used when the anime premiered, or they just wanted to focus on the One Piece anime. When Dragon Ball GT ended back in 1997, there was an 11-year hiatus for the anime. The anime would return in 2008 with the special Yo Son Goku and his friends return. However, this special was only released in Japan, so fans in the West and in other countries couldn't really watch it. It would not be until 2013 when the Battle of Gods movie released, fans everywhere could experience Dragon Ball again. So it was an 11-year hiatus if you count the Yo Son Goku and his friends return special, or 16 years if you start with the Battle of Gods movie. Toei Animation knows the anime could go on hiatus for years and the fandom will still be there. Another thing that I would like to add in is that next year, 2024, will be the 40th anniversary of the Dragon Ball franchise. This is kinda a big deal considering how big of a franchise Dragon Ball is. Another big franchise, Naruto, is bringing the OG anime back for its 20th anniversary. There has to be something planned for Dragon Ball for its 40th anniversary. What better way to celebrate the franchise than bringing the anime back? But I want to know what you guys think. Do you believe in the impossible? Has this video convinced you that the Dragon Ball anime will be returning soon? Comment your thoughts and let me know what you think. If you found this video informative, be sure to leave a like too. I'll see you guys in the next video we do on this channel. Have a great day.